Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Chameleon Challenge, where we're going to be changing outfits between each of our targets and nothing is going to go wrong, even a little bit. Now last time, you might recall, things went wrong. Then they got more wrong and even more wrong until the point where we just failed on the final showdown. But that's not going to happen today. We are back on the final set of levels. I have done 3 of them already because I couldn't find 6 that we hadn't already seen before, but we do have 3 fresh ones that are new to the challenge. We will be starting with Alerted Hokkaido because that's always a good time. And then we've got New York and Santa Fortuna as our showdown options. So, without further ado, let's go to Hokkaido, where we will be poisoning a target, we'll only be killing targets, and we'll be engaging in no combat. Sniper kill epic. That sounds like a jolly good time. I've acquired back some of my freelance tools, but not all of them. But I've got back the ones that we need, so that's the main thing. Now, do we bring the Sieger Ghost, or do we bring the slightly less amazing sniper rifle? I mean, we're not going to die, so we may as well bring the best one we've got. And that does leave us a small handful of space for something else. What else could we need? Let's bring the remote emetic along, just to give us a bit more poison power. Maybe we'll bring a lethal syringe as well, just because you can knock people off without causing any sort of combat to happen, because it's just an accident thing. Yes, that sounds jolly good. Well done, 47.
Hello, Mr. Reaper. As part of
Now,
the service
it's
here
night
at
time.
Gamma,
I
your
think that
personal
means
log has been outfitted with
Snow
radio
Festival.
frequency identification.
Not that it makes a huge amount of difference, our targets could be anywhere. And it looks like one's in the garden, one's on the yoga platform, and one is nails.
No keycards are needed.
Very well. Oh, and there is a safe in Yuki's room. Now, would Hospital Director Nakamura be a good outfit to grab to begin our antics? Maybe not with that guard standing there watching us through the window. So maybe just not. Maybe we're better off going elsewhere. Let's see. So yeah, we have a target in the garden. Nuri Shadid. Then we've got Elise hanging around in the spring. So, spring target isn't going to need a specific outfit of any sort. Let's start by getting some outfits, shall we? Because this should be a VIP patient outfit, and then we could potentially lure in that guard as well and get a guard outfit. Tonk. In the cupboard with you, my friend. Now, is the guard going to come in also? Maybe. It might take him a minute because he's gone for a stroll.
Wait a minute.
I do like all these coloured lights and whatnot on the old Snow Festival version. It's probably my favourite version of Hokkaido. And there we go. Got a pair of outfits to choose from. Although it is alerted, so the guard outfit is less useful than usual. For now we'll go with patient. Let's go out to the garden and see our friend. They've moved up to the end of the garden somewhat. Or is that just Nails? They've moved somewhere else entirely. So we've got friend Nails up there. Our target has in fact moved inside and is roaming the corridors down below. So maybe this is just a good time to take out Nails. Well, there's that blown no combat. I heard the sound of an objective failing. Did I just forget that that would trigger no combat? Yeah, I did. Oh well. Target down. That's part of the job done. Now, do we want the guard outfit? We do need another outfit before we can take down target number 2. She is in there. Okay. But she's not staying in there. So she should be an easy kill once we've got a new outfit.
No, that's the Yakuza boy.
So maybe we'll just go for a resort guard outfit, but it'll be this guy instead. Okay, she's left. That's fine. Quick check-in with supplier friend, and we got more pistols for sale. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just wait for her to come back in, and then we'll deal with it as appropriate. Yeah, maybe we'll allow her to come in. Can we stand here? No, we might get spotted if we stand there. We'll just follow her in, and we'll probably syringe her before she gets to go back into the hot tub. Maybe no one's watching and we could get in a cheeky syringe over there, but I'm not going to risk it. Oh piss, someone noticed us anyway. I guess the door is still open. But
hey, you need anything? I got some cool stuff.
now we're in combat again. And now we're on camera. And now we're trespassing. And now we're on camera again. It's not going well. This target number 3 is now roaming about down in the foyer region. Chef outfit should be fine.
A doctor
What's
will
Dexter
escort
doing
you
down
to
here?
your appointment. Please proceed to the
Absolute
hospital
loon.
entrance.
Safe's not far away. Where are you going, my lad? Will anyone notice if we do that? Of course they will. Bloody Hokkaido.
Hey, you! Can't be here! Who do you think you are?
Okay.
Stay right there, sir. Hey, you're coming with me. Understood?
Could be worse. He's going to escort us to... He's going to escort us past the unconscious body of our chum.
What the hell?
Or at least he's going to try to. We're going to slip away. Right, this has all gone pear-shaped. We need to get back upstairs without getting into too much trouble.
Aquarium's always.
I mean, we've already got into lots of trouble. But if we go this way...
Corridor clear.
There we go. We're out and about again. And our man is just sort of chilling. He's going to go outside in a minute, probably. There's just too many individuals about. And too many glass windows. That's why Hokkaido is a bloody nightmare. What if we just bob in here? And we pull out our sniper rifle. And then we get our remote emetic. We'll drop our sniper rifle by the toilet there. And then we'll conceal a remote emetic in our briefcase. Then we'll go and deliver the old fart in a box to our man. You there.
Oh,
Bonk. Pop.
now I feel warm again.
And now he's gonna go and have a chuck somewhere. we are going to retrieve our sniper rifle before I forget. And let's see where our man goes.
Good day to you, sir.
I believe he's coming into the toilet we just vacated. Yep, perfect. So that's target 3 down. Now it's just a case of change outfit one more time and get the safe.
あなたの排泄物を分析中。代謝が低すぎる。
So the safe is in Yuki's room. That's kind of problematic because who's allowed in Yuki's room? Bodyguards and maybe no one else. And we're not allowed bodyguard outfits. So how do we do this? I've got a plan, but it's not amazing. Because according to the rules I've kind of been imposing on the last few times I've done this challenge, I'm not allowed to change outfit too many times.
You're trespassing. Why are you not complying? And we're all clear, sir.
I mean, I could change back to resort security just to get the item I need. I might have to. I'll change back to resort security for now. We are compromising this outfit, but such is life. But this will allow us access to this room where, let's see. That's a guard down. One of them does just come into this room. Is it the one who's out there now? Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to see the gun that's on the floor.
Wait a minute. Who dropped that?
Who did drop that? Well, you worry about picking it up, and I will just put you in a cupboard. Now, what have we there? Anything exciting? No, it's just ammo, I guess. But that's a couple of dudes down. No one else comes into here, I don't think. Which is good. Although, just to be on the safe side, let's lure in man number 3.
What the hell is that?
We'll just put him on the floor. And now, not only can we destroy the cameras, which is good, we can also unlock this cabinet. And that will give us a disposable scrambler. So we can certainly get into the room that's next to Yuki's room. Yuki's room is guarded, but the one next to it, less so. And then from in here, we should be able to quite happily get across to Yuki's room. Be a lot easier. We could kill guards and such. But no, we're trying to stick with kill any targets. So let's leave our briefcase in this room for now. Let's go get ourselves the final outfit. Doesn't really matter what it is. So let's just see what we can find. I think that dude out there might come back in a minute. So let's chuck her in a box before he does. It's possible he doesn't come in on this version of the map, but we can easily lure him in with that sink, or just with a thrown item.
This day keeps getting better.
Bonk. And there we go, we can be resort staff for our final exploits. So we've got a delicate operation ahead of ourselves. We've got 4 or 5 bodyguards between us and the safe. Hopefully no one sees us shimmying around. So we've got 1 in the bathroom. We've got 2 on the sofas. We've got 1 that roams in and out, and we've got 1 that looks over the edge. So that's the outside two taken care of. Oh shit. One that roams out there, looks around, and then might be turning this way at some point. No, cool.
You know, even with the added security, this is the most relaxing gig I've been on with Ms. Yamazaki yet.
Right, so that's do 3 taken out.
Not me. Pretty happy she got out of the clan business. Things got hairy around that whole trial of the century thing, remember?
Now, what if we did this?
The work was done, huh?
Delta 6 moving in on possible enemy target. Over.
Yeah, your mate sits down again. You come round.
Huh?
And then your mate comes around. Doesn't have time to say anything. Down he goes. Good. Now let's find those clues and get out of here before anything untoward occurs. Good. Clues are all easy to find. We like this. Safe has been cracked and robbed. And we're good to leave. We'll just shimmy our way back across to get our sniper rifle. I could potentially run out of the door, but there would be a split second where I am trespassing, and we don't want that. We don't want people getting sus. I mean, it looks like we're going to get 3 out of 4, which is good. No combat is an absolute nightmare. And I don't mind terribly that we lost it. I think that's one of the reasons it's only worth 500, is because they know it's frustrating and annoying. So let's only give it a little reward so that when you break it, you're not too sad about it. Same as Perfect Shooter. Now, these bodyguards down by the cable car, one of them does recognise us. But don't think that's a problem, because by the time they notice anything's up, we're gone. So hopefully that's the hard part out of the way. What have we got left? New York and Santa Fortuna. Santa Fortuna's got push kill and kill only targets and headshot kills only. Whereas New York's got remote explosive kill. Now, push kill on Santa Fortuna is difficult. The prestige objectives we've got means I would probably want to go for melee kill epic, so the fact that they've both also got a kill type means that we can't combine something like melee kill epic with the showdown, because then we wouldn't be able to get a potential perfect. I'm thinking we go Santa Fortuna first and we save New York for the showdown. And we'll take melee kill epic and we'll bring burial dagger. So we'll bring a little pistol. Which duck have I got in there? Remote concussion. So I should probably remember to pick up a rubber duck just in case for New York. Let's bring all the usual stuff. What else might we need, if anything? Don't want indiscriminate killing things like electrifying puddles or explosive devices, so I think we've probably got everything we need. And we're good to go to Santa Fortuna. Mansion Guard, I think, is going to be the outfit we're going to ban for this level, just because it stops us from doing the usual thing of heading down to near the building site and getting that outfit. So we've got someone in the submarine dock, so it might actually be that bad, you know. 2 people out in the village. But yeah, we're banning Mansion Guard today. Got a dude roaming the streets. Sounds very much like the band we're already playing. We've got a second target who roams about down there. So step 1 might be distract this dude. He's going to stroll on out of his house to see what's up. We're going to stroll on in. And there's outfit number 1. We are a drummer. We could go and join the fun over there where the music's playing, but I have darker deeds planned for today. Now, you there. You're having a smoko, and you are fairly close, as it happens, to an edge that you could be thrown over. There's not many people hanging around right here, so maybe we can get away with this. Just got to find somewhere we can drop you safely, and that's actually not so bad. I was kind of worried that he was just going to flop over the other side of that fence. But no, we got push kill out the way nice and early, which is amazing news. So down we go to where target number 2 hangs out. We will also need an outfit. Do we have a safe on this map? Doesn't look as though we do, so we only need 3 outfits. Alright, Shaman's chilling. P-Power's chilling. Who could we lure with a little throw? Some woman. Could potentially do it again and get old peeps, but heck with it. Right, and in here we got an ordinary chap. And possibly his ordinary friend.
Showtime.
Did anyone notice this? No, good. Cheeky bit of courier. I mean, they might find his bod in a minute, but that's fine. What are you doing, noob? Do you want to sit on my lap? Of course he does. He'll just stand on the floor and look up at me with his big eyes, and then I'll lean back in my chair and he'll jump right on up. Oh, he's a good boy. So, target number 2, just a chat. We know where there's an outfit upstairs, but we might need that to get into target number 3, so let's have a look further around. I'm sure at the bar we can get an outfit. We got this quiet little spot where we can throw someone out of a window and put them in a bin. It's just a case of who would we get if we turn the tap on. It's a soldier.
You okay?
I'd rather not use a soldier outfit if we can avoid it.
Come on, come on, come on. Venga.
But we've got one if we desperately need it. There we go. Out the window with you, my friend. Is the bartender an outfit? Is the question. Oop. Noob's gone again. He wasn't getting enough fuss for his liking, so he's disappeared.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, crap.
I feel like number 3 is going to be that dude that stood near the bar. Yep, just a dude. He can also go out the window. We've run out of space in the bin, but that doesn't mean we have to stop throwing people out the window here. Now, would somebody else see that man if they were also lured in? Okay, we've got some random customer this time who's sat over there. Not quite sure why that guy was next in line. No. Okay, so he doesn't see anything untoward.
Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it.
So he can also go out the window. What fun we're having here. And now we've got the shaman. Could be an interesting outfit. Might mean people start following us around though.
Well, this leg.
There's got to come a point where this pile out here becomes high enough that people just see it, right? That's another random customer. Okay, that's how we got P-Power with the throw. That's cool. Bar keeps looking the wrong way, so we can bop him. That's fine, he can become outfit too. Enough silliness with throwing people out of windows. We've got a mission to complete. We do have that guard roaming about. However, a quick throw here should lure in just our man. Yep, guard doesn't appear to be worrying too much. So, there he is. Epic melee.
Why me?
Why you? It's because you chose to side with the Syndicate, my friend. There can only be one outcome. And now, after much fannying, we're going to get outfit number 3 from in here. Nice and easy. And back to work we go in our submarine cave. Seems as though nobody has still noticed our little pile that we've made. They've come in, they've cleaned up the spillage, and now they're just going about their business. So, barkeep.
Excuse me.
Thanks, friend. Down we go. Hello, chums. It's just me. Just going back to work. So we can kill this one however we like, basically. Potentially get a second push kill. Because targets down here sometimes go to spots where that can happen if they're seeked. But let's see who it is. Is it our man who hangs out by the oil drum? No, that's this guy. This guy is a different one who hangs out over here. And then we've got a man who comes down those stairs. He comes down far enough to annoy us. Would it be our man who came over here if we did that? It would be, surely.
Sure.
Good. So I guess we don't need to be subtle, really.
No, 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 no! Whoa.
What do you mean crime noticed? No one's noticed anything. And we're away. Now, which door's this? Is this... The cave exit leads to the bus. Good. That was a relatively smooth run. Good old Santa Fortuna. It's a big map. It's got lots of outfits. And...
Hi.
yeah, I didn't expect it to be too much of a challenge, and that's how it's turned out. Right, grab that remote explosive ducky this time, because we're off to New York for a second attempt at the final showdown. Eliminate guards SMG, take no damage, explosive kill remote. Now, the only one of those that really works for us is timed pacify suspect silent, but that's horrible. Allergic, sweet tooth, handover. Red hair, glasses. No hat. So we'll have to take time to pacify silent just because it gives us a chance. A small chance of achieving a perfect run. We're going to ban the high security guard outfit because it's the best outfit on the map by a mile. Do we have any other explosives of the remote variety? Not necessarily. We could make one upstairs though. So let's do that because we might just have to get high risk with it and just run up to redhead people who aren't wearing hats but are wearing glasses and just blow them up and hope for the best. And then we'll worry about things like robbing the safe once we've taken care of the target. At least we don't have to worry about kill any targets. That's the one saving grace here. I was hoping for something like pacify during tell, because then I'd be able to just give them a rubber duck and then just detonate it when the time is right. The hit gods are not smiling on us today. So instead we're going to go in fast and risky. Okay, so it's front entrance. So step 1 is outfit, I think. And security guard seems a good bet. That's not going to take too long to lure out a dude, I don't think. Hopefully. It's costing us a bit of time, but...
Ugh, Jesus. How does this thing work?
There we go. Let's turn the fuse box back on just so no one gets excited. And we have an outfit. We can now roam about the gaff. So we've got targets up here. You're blonde. I'm thinking starting with these upstairs targets is a good bet. We can always work our way down to have a look at anyone else.
She never comes down. She prefers to look over all of it.
We've got one who's up again. We've got one here. Ah, Sweet Tooth, red hair. Looks like you fit the bill. We've got like maybe 2 targets that fit the bill, so let's give that guy a rubber duck. Cool, job done. Ah.
Some bad shit is going down.
Right, so people are kicking off.
Have a security breach. Get out of our way, okay?
But that's maybe fine. We've done what we need to do, aside from eliminating guards with SMG and whatnot. Yeah, some people are probably going to be escaping now because of that exploder.
Hey,
There might be lookouts around. Certainly assassins around. But we've got a safe to rob. Yeah, a lookout's been alerted, so some groups are definitely escaping at this point. Oh, of course, we can't actually escape here because... yeah, we haven't got the key card. But we can get a key card. We could potentially change outfits again as well. We're going to be nice and safe in here whilst everyone runs to the exit. We're even going to get a nice new shirt.
DIY. It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle.
How is this DIY?
And we're on.
How is that DIY? It's just flicking switches. There we go. We're IC guy. And have you dropped a key card? You have. Wow. I didn't know you also dropped a key card. Does your friend drop key card as well? I don't think so, because I'm sure we've taken out that guy before. No, we don't have about our person a sedative poison, but that's not the end of the world. Can we make it through here without getting spotted?
Stupid hot down here today.
Do not turn on the AC.
Nothing here,
Kinda.
command. Moving on.
But at the same time, there are security guards over there that are roaming about, so maybe we go up and come down the other side. But then maybe everyone's just excitable because of targets fleeing the level, so maybe it'll sort itself out in a moment. Yeah, the alerted lookout is apparently gone. The alerted assassins are no longer a problem. So I think everyone is chilling at this point. You're an assassin. Are you coming through this door? No. But that's fine because we've already unlocked it. You're dealing with that bod. Yeah, everyone's returning to their posts. So it's probably wise not to run through there when we were thinking about going down to the security room. No, you're going back upstairs. Okay. We might run into a guard down here. Because, yeah, you're dragging into there. No. That's for you two.
Baseball players all a big ass.
We can take you out without anyone caring too much. Now we just need this guy to bugger off, and then we can get the chloroform.
My dad came by the bank last week.
Slightly trickier than usual because we are...
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I gave him a tour and everything.
not in an outfit that's allowed down here. But only slightly trickier than usual. And there we go. Everyone is going to start falling over. So now it's business as usual. We need the key. And we need to open the safe. Now, is IT Guy allowed to open deposit boxes? Maybe not. Maybe we'll also get spotted if we run that way by guards coming down. So we might need to be a bit more circumspect than usual. Because yeah, if those guys see us, they might open fire, but maybe if we're quick enough. Yeah, good. We can get away with that. Okay, we are allowed, as IT guys, to open boxes, as long as we've got the key for it. Oh, but we're trespassing in here. But those two guys don't notice because they're panicking. And panicking civilians won't notice when you're committing crimes. It's a fun little speedrunner's tactic that I rarely take advantage of. Where you can just run into a room,
Please move along.
shoot the floor a few times so everyone panics, then you can just blast your target in the head and get away with it. Right, is everyone chilling?
Lockdown. For your own safety, I need you to move out.
Oh, Fig, I forgot to turn the gas back on. So security guards were all running around and causing trouble. Not a problem. We'll just come past this arsehole Frank and then we'll make our way back down there. Okay, bodies have been found. That's kind of unfortunate, maybe? Oh. There's a guard looking for trouble.
Not here! I got nothing on the stairs. Out.
Yep. Definitely a mistake.
Okay.
Not turning on the gas again. But maybe not the end of the world.
No way.
What are you looking at?
Huh?
What is that guy doing?
Oh no, no way.
He's just being weird.
I think we're gonna run out of bags at this rate.
So you're buggering off.
No way.
There we go. That's that problem solved.
I read you, Command. Understood. Bagging and tag.
Now more bodies are going to be dragged down there. Whoops. How we got away with that? Hard to say. But now everyone down here is gradually going to get knocked out again.
What's that?
Command, I've got someone on the ground.
Well, they haven't got all day to wait. Let's go rob that safe. Now we've got 41k. How should we spend this? Probably just on a sniper rifle. It's generally the winner's choice. Just gonna see what our man's got to offer. Oh yeah, he's got Goldie. We'll have that. We could potentially splash out on a Karma as well. Why not? Although I don't think I'm gonna need it because I think we have achieved success here and we'll be moving on to the next challenge. Just need to make it to this money van without any problems. And then IT bro, away! Ooh, we're level 2500. Or we were. For a brief moment. That was good. 1/3 of the way, I think, to the maximum before the game just stops counting anymore. What's our glittering prize? It is the Leviathan that we lost last time. Fantastic. And what's our small prize? It's that red rubber duck that helped us achieve success. Good. Good stuff all round. And that's the old Chameleon challenge complete. It was rather trickier than I was expecting it to be. But we got there in the end. I'm not sure what the hardest part was, changing outfits after every kill, or just banning the outfits that are the strongest. Probably the changing outfits part, I would say, because I've completed a suit only challenge in the past, so you can get by without the strongest outfits. It's not the end of the world. But either way, that is challenge complete, and now 47 needs to check his guns and make sure they're all working as well as they can be, because the next challenge is going to be another deep dive, and it is going to be arms trafficking. So look forward to more failure there probably. And until next time, thanks for watching, friends.